One of the largest tackle shops on Long Island is located right here in Babylon Village. I had the chance to talk to John Nappo about making the move to Babylon.
Trophy Tackle came from Deer Park. We were in an industrial park, very, very hard, difficult location to find. The building became available down here in Babylon, the old Augies, and we were fortunate enough to get the financing and purchase the building from the previous owner. And it's been full speed ahead since we got here. The community has been really, really good to us. The business has been good enough where we've had a major renovation this winter, added another 1,000 square feet to the building. We're around 3,200 square feet. The shop is probably one of the largest on Long Island. We've increased our inshore variety of tackle. We were kind of getting pigeonholed as only an offshore shop. We're trying to be something for everyone now. And we're very, very happy with the move down here to Babylon Village, and it's been a very good experience so far. Well, the biggest change in light tackle fishing, especially for offshore fishing, is the introduction of hollow core Spectra, which allows you to fish lighter lines down to 60 and 40-pound test for bigger fish. Hollow core Spectra usually over tests somewhere around 25%, so 60-pound test is actually breaking around 93, and it has the equivalency of 20-pound test in terms of diameter. Allows you to fish a much smaller reel, and the new reels that are out there with the higher drag capacities allow you to fish hollow core Spectra with a wind-on leader or a top shot system. Say, for instance, if you're shark fishing, you can eliminate the wire man. You could reel right directly to your hook and then either place a gaff shot or release the fish unharmed. Another thing that light tackle hollow core Spectra is allowing you to use is circle hooks effectively. Since hollow core Spectra has very little stretch, the circle hook kind of just sets itself when you come tight on it. And again, you can pretty much hook the shark in the jaw just about every time. And with a couple of simple techniques that we could show you down here at the shop, you can get your hook back and release the fish hookless just about every single time as well. Most people are familiar with, like, say, Power Pro or Tough Line, which is solid Spectra. You cannot make a loop in it. Hollow core Spectra is, my best analogy is Dacron, where it's hollow, so you can splice loops in it. You can splice inline splices and change diameter, so I can put 80-pound and 60-pound on the same reel. It also allows me to fish a loop-to-loop connection, which allows me to change my top shots, my monofilament all the time, but keeping the Spectra on the back of the reel. It's not revolutionary on the West Coast. On the East Coast here, it's just beginning to gain traction. And Trophy Tackle is, without doubt, probably in the forefront here on Long Island in the hollow core Spectra arena. As far as like the new technology and reels, we're really excited about the new Abbott Raptor series, for instance. You could fish an Abbott Raptor HX. It has 40 pounds of drag. It's a reel that's equivalent of like a Penn 3.0. With 60-pound Spectra, you can get almost 600 yards on the reel. You can land fish up to 200 pounds on the reel with the correct technique and application. Avid 30 wide, another really great choice for hollow core Spectra. You can put 400 yards of 130-pound Spectra on it. Years ago, people were fishing with reels that weighed routinely between 5 and 8 pounds. With a lot of monofilament and Dacron, which is extremely heavy. Spectra is much lighter than both monofilament and Dacron. Plus, the reels being smaller and being made out of lighter weight aluminum alloys, you can reduce the weight of the reel by half. An Avid 30 narrow or an Avid 30 wide, for instance, is about a pound less than the Penn or Tiagras that we're used to fishing with for so many years. Same deal, Accurate as well. Much lighter package. Same large gears in them, same big drag surfaces. Just everything is made a little bit lighter in the frame-wise, but engineering and such has allowed the reels to remain very torsional, rigid. So the reels themselves have gotten much smaller and much lighter over the years. Seeker rods is our primary rod that we feature here at the shop. I fell in love with them about 5-6 years ago when I started fishing out on the West Coast. I've since become the largest Seeker dealer on the East Coast. We are the sole person that I know of in Long Island that sells the Seeker Hercules, which is the new jigging rod developed by Billy Vivona out of Staten Island, New York. And it's an extremely lightweight, either deep water jigging reel, deep water bait fish reel, in the heaviest versions down to the lightest version where you can fish porgy, sea bass, and offshore fluke and striped bass with the rod. Very, very technically sophisticated rod, carbon fiber, epoxy infusion, titanium guides, EVA grips, very, very lightweight rod, extremely well balanced, and tremendous power with a very sensitive tip.
From Trophy Tackle in Babylon, New York, Tim C. Smith for skimmeroutdoors.com.